some of you said A, that is true, bilateral symmetry, but they're also protostomes. If you look here, so we're talking about annelids, mollusks, and flatworms. They are protostomes and they do have bilateral symmetry. So it's going to be both A and C. So that's the answer. Okay, so next we have roundworms. So here we have molting. Special unique characteristic is molting. And then the phylum for roundworms is Nemotoda. So we have Nemotoda. And let me show you excerpts, which is molting. So crab molting. So here crab is molting, it's leaving its old shell, and new shell is going to be softer, but with water it's going to get hard over time. But that's molting. Here's a blue crab molting. Another one. So that's called molting. They molt. Another picture. So these ones are going to molt. So that's the unique characteristic here. So here is picture of Nemotoda roundworm. C. elegans. So these are very diverse. C. elegans are so they're very diverse, like most diverse group so far, and they can be found anew in soil. And C. elegans was the first organism to get the whole genome sequenced. And it can also cause an infection, and it can infect your lymphatic system. And if you don't know what that is for, that's for controlling fluids inside your body. And if you can't get rid of fluids in your feet, it's going to make your feet look like this. And that's why, like elephant feet, and it's called elephantitis. So it can cause infection. Some other ones that can cause infection. And a special characteristic also has a pseudocelome, just has pseudocelome. That means there's no mesoderm on the endoderm or the inner layer. So it's pseudocelome. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys heard about heartworms. If your pet goes out and gets into something, and then it can eat the eggs or something, and then the roundworms start growing, and it can grow in various parts of the body. But if it's not taken care of, then it can obstruct the heart like that and cause death if it goes untreated. But if you take your pet to the vet, they find out it has that, they can just give it a pill and they'll take care of it. Also, I was looking at vinegar eels. So vinegar eels, you can grow them in vinegar, like apple cider. And then some people feed them to their fish. Those are vinegar eels. So I was looking at this. So here, after the advertisement, I guess. So here there's a bottle of apple cider, apple vinegar. And then if you start zooming, so that's all you need. You need vinegar, and then you need a broth of eels, vinegar eels. So culture of vinegar eels. And you just throw the vinegar eels in the apple cider bottle, and then it's gonna start zooming in, and you're gonna start seeing them swimming. So maybe I'll zoom in a little bit more. So they're swimming there, very tiny. So here, they start growing. You can see more there. And I think they're going to feed them to fish too. Here, fish are eating them. So that's Nemotoda. No mesoderm. So we have a pseudocelome. Roundworms for the common name. Bilateral, complete, molting, and pseudocelome. Examples, heartworms, vinegar eels. That's Nemotoda. And then we're going to get into Arthropoda. This is the most diverse group in all of these. It has over 1 million species of arthropods. This includes trilobites, which went extinct. We do have fossils, lots of fossils. Chelicerates, these are going to have fangs. Myriapods, like centipede and millipedes. Crustaceans, you probably know the crustaceans, and insects. So let's look at Arthropoda. So Arthropoda, it's going to have jointed appendages. So arthro, if somebody has arthritis, they have pain in their joints. Pods means feet. So it has jointed feet or jointed appendages. That's a special characteristic. It's going to have an exoskeleton, skeleton on the outside, and it's going to have segmentation. But now the segmentation is modified into specialized parts. It has different jobs. Different parts of the segmentation have different jobs. First segmentation, you have the head here. Then next part is your thorax. In us, that's chest. Thorax is your chest. And the thorax, it has wings on there and some legs. And then next part also have legs. So it can specialize it and maybe some digestive organs in there. And then the group Chelicerae, it has the mouth parts that looks like fangs. So it has fangs. Mandibular group has mandibles. These are mandibles, like spiders. Sorry, the spiders go under Chelicerae. So they have spiders, scorpions, horseshoe crab here, and then we have some insects that are mandibles. These are trilobite fossils. If you're looking for a hobby, you can start collecting these. These are almost everywhere. They look similar to horseshoe crab. So I think they say it existed around the same time, but somehow horseshoe crab made through the extinction, mass extinction, but the trilobites, they went extinct. They were marine arthropods. So this is what the fossil looks like for trilobites. Chelicerae includes horseshoe crabs, ticks, spiders, and scorpions. So I think you guys already kind of know about these. So I'm not going to spend too much time on this. And another group that it has is the myriapods. That's millipedes and centipedes. You can see the segmentation, and they have mandibles. They are a group of mandibulates. They have the mandibles. And then crabs and shrimp and lobster are also examples of crustaceans. This is a group of mandibles as well. Maria, I think Maria, I already told you, Maria means many, pedes mean feet. So centipede and millipede, they have multiple feet. They have lots of feet. And then the insects, this is the most successful group among arthropods. They're mandibulates, but they can fly. They have wings because no other animal can really, get to the places where insects can get to. So they're the most successful group. Silverfish has no wings, but all the other ones have wings here. So they count for the most arthropod diversity. Some examples of this. Let me show you coconut crab. So this is going to show you how big it can get. So this is not Photoshop either. It can get really big in size. So here, this is a full-size trash can. If so, this is a land crab. It goes in water once a year to reproduce, but then it lives on land. So if this is on the middle of the road and you're driving and I don't know, you run it over, it's gonna blow your tires because it has really sharp things here. So it's gonna blow your tires. Don't do that. So don't run it over. So that's big in size. Other arthropods are Hariculus beetle. This is also can get big in size. So this is the size of your hand maybe, but because it has exoskeleton, which can get heavy, and there's a limit to size. It can't really grow really big like sometimes they show in movies because of the weight of the exoskeleton. So maybe this is as big it can get, as big as your hand. The one that can get big in size and is light in weight is walking stick. These can get really big in size. So here, look how big that is, but it's because it's light and weight can grow bigger. That's a white walking stick. It's pretty long. It's found here in the US. They do exist here. So that's Arthropoda. Let me fill in the table for this. I'm just gonna say arthropods here. Bilateral, complete, molting, and wings. And the examples are spiders, insects, horseshoe crab, we have jars of these in lab, and you would been able to look at these if we had you know, lab in person, but because you guys can't, so I'm trying to show you as many pictures and videos as possible for the online course. Are there any questions on anything so far?
I must confess, you are doing a great job. No, from my own end.
Okay. Yes. So next we have is echinodermata and chordates. I'm going to cover this in the second part. Chordates is us, we go under chordates, and then echinodermata. So we'll talk about it in the next part. And let me zoom out here. Some people want to take a picture. Okay, there you go. So I'm going to end this part here.